everyone, and welcome to another video from Colour with Claire. So this must be, for me personally anyway, and I know for a lot of you out there, the most anticipated release of product in the colouring and arts community this year, and it is the brand new set of light fast pencils from Caran d'Ache's Luminance range. Now, we haven't had any new pencils in the Luminance range, I don't think, since the original set came out, so this is massive, this is major. And Luminance, of course, are known as being one of the best coloured pencils you can possibly buy. They're the ones that a lot of professional artists use for their work, and they are light fast, so that means that they stand up to museum conditions of light without fading over a long time, 100 years or so. So absolutely pinnacle of quality in the coloured pencil world. So they have released this set of 20 portrait colours. Obviously these are going to be fantastic for your skin tones, your portraiture, but they've also released another 4 single colours which don't quite fit in the portrait range, but they've gone along with these pencils. So if you have the set of, now let me think, is it 72 or 76? I always forget. If you have the original full set of Luminance, these are just going to slide right in between the colours you already have. There are no duplicates of colours. They're all individual, brand new, original colours. So if you have a pencil case and you just want to slot all these in together in colour order, you'll be able to do that. And again, no duplicates. So let's have a look at the set. Stop waffling. Now, this is the packaging that you would usually find with Luminance pencils and the museum aquarelle pencils from Caran d'Ache. It's probably the best packaging in the coloured pencil world. It is a really firm, sturdy, rigid board, and I'll show you the inside in a moment and how well it's packaged in there as well. But on the back we have a little bit of information about Luminance. Now, if you are wanting to know what Luminance pencils are all about, the specifications, more in-depth information, please go into the description box of this video and click My Luminance Review to watch that first, because that is where I will go in depth about the pencils and tell you everything you need to know. This particular video today is just to show you the brand new set, the pencils that we have, the new colours. So on the back, we've got a little bit of information about them. Very quickly, 3.8mm lead, very sturdy, durable, premium FSC certified cedar wood. The light fastness is LF1 and LF2, which is just right at the top of the light fastness scale. And yeah, I think that's all you really need to know. Across the bottom we have the Caran d'Ache timeline of when all of their different pencils were released. You'll always find that on this particular packaging as well. So let's have a look inside, because I bet you're all dying to see, as I am. I've not opened it yet. So very quickly before we get on to the pencil colours, I'll just show you that packaging if you haven't seen it before. There's a very thick, dense foam that is stuck to the inside of the lid, and that protects your pencils from getting bashed around or anything like that. That very same dense foam is also put in between every single pencil, and it holds them really snugly so that you're able to not be concerned basically that they're going to rattle around and break. So yeah, very good packaging as always from Caran d'Ache. So I'll put that to one side and let's just have a look at the little leaflet that they've included, because I haven't actually looked in the box yet, so you're seeing this for the first time with me. I have been sharing pictures of the new colours on my social media, but I must admit I've been trying really hard not to actually spend a lot of time focusing on the new colours, because I wanted it to sort of be a bit of a surprise and a bit of a thing that we could do together and see together. So let's just find the English version. Caran d'Ache is emphasising its expertise in colour by offering professionals the Luminance coloured pencil, combination of the highest light fastness and the smoothness of a permanent lead. 2 years of research went into developing the formulation in the greatest secrecy in the Geneva workshops. So again, everything we know already, light fastness in compliance with the highest international standard, perfectly balanced range of 100 colours now. Intense and bright colours, high pigment concentration, smoothness and superior covering power, and available in several different sets. So here you go. It was 76, and then you've got the 40 set, you've got the 20 assorted set and the 12 assorted set. Now we have the 20 portrait set, and I think you can get the whole lot, or at least the 76, in a wooden case as well. So So let's pop that to one side and let's have a look at the colours. So just looking at the colours across the bottom here, before I even get them out and swatch them, I'm just amazed by the beautiful portrait colours that we have here to create some beautiful skin tones. So we've got a deep carmine colour, we've got a what looks a bit like a reddish indigo, which will be great for those shadows. And then up here, just these colours here, we've got some very delicate rose colours, almost lavender as well, which is a beautiful colour for colouring skin tone, especially to offset the red tones that you sometimes find in skin tones. And up here we've got some yellows, we've got some oranges, you know, just to add a little bit of warmth to your skin tone. Again, for different ethnicities, those different tones that come in there as well. We've got some blues here. I guess that will counteract as well the reds that you sometimes find in skin tones. And this beautiful verdigris colour, a very, very light desaturated green. And also don't forget we have those extra 4, which are natural russet, dark flesh 5%, dark phthalocyanine green, maybe, and dark flesh. So we've got dark flesh 5%, dark flesh, so there must be a dark flesh 50% somewhere, maybe in here. Let's just get them all out and have a look. So I'm going to remove them all now from the packaging, and then we'll have a good old swatch. Okay, so there are our brand new 24 colours all swatched out for you to see. The ones with the red dot on them are those 4 that come separately to the 20 sets. So you can buy those open stock, or they do come with the 20 set if you order from the link in the description. I'll tell you a bit more about how to buy them later. So let's have a look at these colours then. Wow, so where do I begin? I think that the violet pink and the hibiscus pink, the Herculaneum red up here, these very, very warm, very pinky, dusky, kind of delicate tones are going to lend themselves fantastically to skin tone in particular. But don't forget, even though this is a portrait set, it's not a skin tone set. So I think it's, you know, important to make that distinction. With portraits, there are plenty of different things that you need to colour, plenty of different elements. You've got eye colours, hair colours, you know, if you want to put a bit of makeup on there. Also, the human skin tone has a lot of different colours you wouldn't expect, like these greens and blues. You know, when you get those makeup sets that have all different pigments in them to counteract whether your skin has rosacea, so you might have a bit of green, need a bit of a green tone in there, things like that. Now, I'm a colourist, not an artist, and I'm not really that deep into colouring skin tone that I know where all of these quite odd tones would go necessarily, you know, your greens and your blues. But people that are going to buy this set most predominantly are going to be artists who already know all this stuff. So this set is going to be perfect for them, I'm sure. Now, the only pencil that I had a little bit of problems with, and I did sharpen them all because you are meant to do that when you first get new pencils, is this Indian yellow here. Now, if I bring this up to camera, focus you in, hopefully you'll be able to see it's just very scratchy feeling, and it seems to have a thread of brown running through it that you just can't seem to sharpen away. Now, I'm guessing that that brown has been put in there to try and dull the yellow, make it seem a bit more mustardy in tone, a bit browner in tone than a bright yellow. But I don't know whether it's just my pencil or what, but if I grab it for you now, and hopefully you can see, let me just stand up, get you in focus, there we go. Hopefully you can see all of that, those brown speckles that are going through the pigment there, through the lead, and I just can't seem to sharpen them away, and it's just creating a very scratchy look on the page. So there is that, but every single other pencil, all 23 of them, go down exactly the same as you would expect a Luminance pencil to go down on the paper. Very, very smooth, incredibly pigmented, as you can see, goes without saying, and really, really soft and creamy. So yeah, I'm just really, really pleased with the colours that they've chosen for this additional set. As I've said, the pinks are beautiful. We've got some really funny names, as you know, with Luminance. They like to throw in a little curveball there that you can't pronounce every so often. In the original set, we had the anthraquinoid pink, which I think is how you pronounce it. And now we've got anthraquinone carmine, quinacridone purple. We've even got a little bit of I'm going to say French because of the way that they've said blur, but it could be Swiss. Bleu de Nîmes. Don't know what that means. We've got chrysocolla blue, and of course that thylocyanine, but I don't think that's quite as out there as some of the other names. But yeah, you know, it's really fun, and I guess these are really professional, serious pigment names that I probably wouldn't have heard of. Yeah, so there are all of the colours. Now, I don't think they have a set of 100 out yet, a full set where you can get the entire range of Luminance pencils all in one set. When they do, I will definitely update the description of this video with a link that you can go and buy it, and I'll keep you updated on my social medias as well, because it would be nice to have all of the colours in one set. Yeah, so what I thought we'd do is try and put some of these colours to the test on a portrait. I'm going to find a page to do. I'm going to do it on here so that you can see, and I'm not going to use any other colours apart from the 24 that we have here today. So here we go. So there we are, my first portrait coloured with the new Luminance pencils. This book that I'm using is the Colouring Heaven Timeless Beauty Special, and the artwork is by Momo Girl, in case you want to go and find her on Etsy. So I'm really pleased with how this has turned out and the tones that we've been given to use in this portrait collection. As you can see, I've managed to create a very delicate skin tone with a rosy blush to the cheeks and a gorgeous auburn hair, which I'm really in love with actually. This particular combination of russet browns and the Indian yellow that I said was a little bit scratchy to use on its own has really lent itself well as a highlight to this auburn hair tone. So yeah, really pleased. I think my favourite pencil of them all, and it might shock you a little bit because it's just a white with a little bit of pink added in. It's this one here, the pink white. It's a fantastic base colour for your lighter skin tones, and most of all, it's a brilliant blender. If you'll have seen when I was colouring the face, when I've put the shadows in there with the darker tones, it often can look very rough and a little bit scratchy and a little bit too dark. And using this pink white over the top as a blender to just bring it all together has really lent itself to creating the smoothness of the skin. So yeah, the pink white is definitely my favourite. It's what I would normally have used the buff titanium for in the original Luminance set, but having the white with the bit of pink, the little tint of pink, is just brilliant. It's fantastic for the skin tone. So where can you get these pencils from and how much do they cost? So at the moment you can get them from Cult Pens. They are selling for £65.99 right now. Whenever you're watching this video, the price may have fluctuated a little bit, so just click the link in the description. It will take you straight to the page and you can check on the price and in your country as well how much it's going to cost you. Now they do ship worldwide, so if you're off in America or Australia or anywhere and you can't seem to get your hands on these, then do buy from Cult Pens because they will ship to you wherever you are. You can get the set of 20 plus the 4 additional colours at the moment as one whole set for that £65.99, or you can just get the set of 20 on their own. You can also buy them all open stock and they cost £2.99 each. So if there's just a few colours that you've seen in there that you know that you're going to use quite often, but you don't want to quite stretch the whole set just yet, grab yourself some open stock and yeah, just build up your collection that way. You can also use lay-by on Cult Pens, which I always like to mention. I've used it myself a couple of times, and basically it's just paying in instalments. So I think for this particular set, the 20 plus the 4, £65.99, it works out around about £11 a week over 6 weeks. So if you're thinking that it's a little bit much to spend all in one go, but you really want the pencils, do think about using lay-by as an option. So I hope that that's given you a good overview of the brand new colours and how they can be used in portraits. If there is any other questions you would like to ask, please do leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.